Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome once again, as always, to another helping of Mr H's Hot Pot. You join me today for day 44 of the UK lockdown, where currently I'm out and about, taking my daily exercise as always, first thing in the morning, to try and avoid the crowds, and I'm bringing you guys along for the ride. With a bit of luck, we'll be able to maintain the old social distancing measures once again today, won't we? So folks, day 44, and I hope you're all well, I hope you're all in good spirits, and you're all fettling okay, because as I've said in a previous vlog, it is a long time to spend this living under lockdown. Now, a big thank you to everybody yesterday who commented on yesterday's vlog. You know, your comments are always appreciated. I do read each and every one of them, even though I don't reply to each and every one of them. I do read them all, and I do appreciate everybody contributing to this channel and this particular series of vlogs. Now, it seems regarding David Icke, the granddaddy of conspiracy theorists, as I like to call him, many of you are of the same opinion that I am. Although you're not really interested in his theories and his teachings, you do feel that YouTube and Facebook have overstepped the mark by removing him from their platforms, and that it is a bit of a breach of freedom of speech. Now, it's been interesting to note that there sort of seems to be a generational gap regarding David Icke, and the older someone is, the more willing they are to just simply dismiss him as a crank. The younger people are, they're more willing to give him a bit more airtime and listen to what he has to say, so that's interesting. But generally, the majority of you do agree with me that it was out of order what YouTube and Facebook have done. Anyway, moving on to today's news. And the big news has been one of these experts that the government have hired to guide them through this coronavirus and COVID-19 crisis that's hit the country has actually broken the lockdown rules, hasn't it? A similar thing happened up in Scotland with one of their experts, but one of these scientific advisors who's been helping to architect the old lockdown period has actually broken it themselves, and I think they've travelled, or their married lover or something has travelled, they've been having an affair, and they've been caught breaking these lockdown rules. And it does make you wonder if it's simply this little lot, a case of do as I say and not as I do. It really does. And I think Boris Johnson will have lost a little bit more of the dressing room throughout the country over something like that. Now, many people may say it doesn't really matter what he's doing in his private life, although he has broken the lockdown rules, and in effect he's sort of broken the law. But regarding his private life, you know, he was having an affair with someone, that doesn't matter, we've now lost a scientific mind. And it'll be interesting to see what people's thoughts are on that. Do you think he is right to resign and he should have been bounced out if he didn't offer his resignation? Or do you think that because he's a scientific mind, and we need scientific minds at this moment in time, we should just sort of let it go a little bit and then get rid of him when all this is over with? Leave your thoughts below as always. Now, many of you have commented as well, because I've talked about yesterday regarding wrapping this series of videos up. Many of you have sort of wished me well, you know, you've come on and said, fantastic series of videos, Mr H, I've really enjoyed them, best of luck for the future, sir, and things like that. And you're talking as though I'm going to be leaving YouTube. That is not the case. Many long-standing hot potters will know the sort of stuff that I've done prior to the coronavirus outbreak. And the people who have come to this channel probably through this series of videos, to you guys it's going to be a bit of a change, isn't it? You know, you're going to see a rapid departure from what you know as my normal style of video, because for you guys this is my normal style of video. Well, it's not. I've always said that I'm not a vlogger by nature. I'm basically just a video maker, and I do standalone videos, and that's what I normally do, and that's what I want to get back to doing. Now, what I probably will do, especially if this lockdown period continues, which it does look like that's going to happen, it looks like Boris Johnson's going to extend the lockdown period in order to wind it down. That's just the way British politics works, isn't it? We seem to go the long way around the houses on a lot of things, but it looks like he's going to extend it on Thursday, and I will just be remaining local once I've wound this series of videos up. There's a lot of curiosities in my hometown, little things on buildings, little things here and there that I've always said I would get round to documenting, and I just never get round to them. Mainly because you'll set your camera up and somebody will wander into shot, you know, or they'll just be, you know, or just start shouting something stupid just as you've done a perfect take. I know lots of video makers, and it's the bane of their lives, that they just seem to get the words, they get a perfect take, and then the next thing, right at the end, somebody comes in and shouts something, or, you know, they just wander into shot and totally ruin it. So now is the perfect opportunity to get into places that would normally be busy and film those little curiosities and things like that. So that's what I'll be doing should the lockdown period get extended. Should it end abruptly and, you know, Boris Johnson just say, hey, everything's okay now, off you go, which I very highly doubt, I'll be honest with you, that is what then when Mr H will go back to where he left off, basically, in way back in March. It seems ages ago now, March, doesn't it? And it's only just over a month ago. But there you go. So yeah, that's where I'm going to be going. So I'm not going to be leaving YouTube. So all you guys out there who are sort of lamenting the loss of Mr H's vlogs, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. And I still will be doing little bimbles like this, as I'm now doing, where I'm just wandering through the countryside and just enjoying the sunshine and the walk and things like that. So don't worry, there will still be these type of videos. It'll just be that they'll be COVID-19 free, which, as I've said, isn't a bad thing, because I think that I have covered near enough every aspect of the lockdown period during these vlogs, or vlogs as Mr H likes to call them. Showing his age there a little bit, isn't he, by mispronouncing vlogs. But there we go. So I hope that clears it up for you. You know, you can't carry on just talking about one subject. Eventually this lockdown period will end, and if I've based my YouTube career on it, where do I go after that, you know? So I want to get back to my normal stuff, I really do. Now, also, one thing I'd like to discuss is something that I've noticed during making these vlogs is the weather. A good 95% to 97% it's been sunshining like it is today. And although there's still a bit of a chill in the air, it's still a little bit windy and things like that, it's been amazing to note that near enough day in, day out, the sun has been shining. Clear blue skies, which I'll just whip the camera around now as I come to a break in this little hedge here. And you'll be able to see just how clear the skies are on this particular morning as I'm making this vlog. There we go, look at that. Now I think when all this is over with, the question has to be asked regarding the weather, is there something in what environmentalists have said, and probably a lot of industry and things like that have tried to suppress. A lot of environmentalists have stated that due to aircraft, traffic, industry in general, pollution being created by man, that it's affected the weather. And now that we're on lockdown and we've had to curtail our activities in those respects a little bit, it does seem funny that, you know, the old weather has improved. Is there something in it, or is it just simply coincidence? Again, that'd be interesting to get your thoughts on. Please leave your comments below on that. Do you think the weather has improved due to the lack of human activity, for want of a better phrase? So folks, we're slowly winding up. We're slowly winding up to the old 10-minute mark, aren't we? And many of you out there have also asked me, why don't I do longer vlogs? You know, why do I just do 10 minutes? Because they pass over so quickly. Partly it's to, if you're going to say to somebody, right, I'm going to create a video that's half an hour long, that is a fair old chunk of time, and you've got to be able to keep people's attention for that length of time. And I feel that 10 minutes is just right, it's just long enough, personally. I go basically a lot of, when I do my videos and vlogs, I go off what I like to see and how I react to a video. And after 10 minutes, my interest starts to wane, so I basically use myself as a yardstick, and that's why I keep them at 10 minutes long. So I hope that's answered that question for different people who have been asking why are they only 10 minutes long, you'd like to see them longer, which it's nice and it's touching when people say those kind of things. Anyway folks, I am coming up to the 10-minute mark, speaking of the 10-minute mark, so I'm going to wrap this particular vlog up for today. So folks, until tomorrow when it'll be day 45 of the UK lockdown, I will bid you a fond farewell as always. I will hope you stay safe, enjoy the rest of your day, and bye bye for now.